The best gluten-free chocolate cake you've ever tasted. Stay tuned.
From scratch, of course. So these are all the ingredients that you'll need, plus a little bit of boiling water and some coffee. I'm going to use this. I'll put everything in the description or in the first pinned comment.
Okay, so starting off, we're just gonna add our milk, our sugar, uh, brown sugar as well. 3 eggs, about a little bit of white vinegar. I think it's a teaspoon of vinegar, teaspoon of vanilla, 1/3 cup of oil, and mixy, mixy, mixy.
To get this completely combined before you add in your dry ingredients, because once you start adding in the flour, if you stir it too much, it's going to mess up the gluten or the fibers inside of the flour. So you don't want to stir it as much. So make sure you get it well incorporated before you add your dry ingredients. All right. And we're going to go baking powder, baking soda, cocoa, salt.
Now you're supposed to use a sifter right here, but I could not find my sifter, so I just kind of improvised with the strainer. I don't know. I mean, it works. And this is our 1 cup of hot brewed coffee. I just used the instant coffee pack and added hot water, boiling water, and I used that instead of just boiling water. Well, this batter came out so beautiful. It looks like brownie batter, but it bakes up like cake. And when you spray your pans, you want to spray them down heavily, just so that your cakes do not stick in the end after it bakes. And divide your batter evenly between both cake pans so that way you'll have layers that are the same shape. And I usually smooth it out and then give it a couple of taps to let the air bubbles come out.
So we're gonna pop these in the oven for I think 32 to 37 minutes at 350. So while we wait, we are going to make some homemade buttercream frosting. You'll use butter, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, cocoa powder, and a little bit of milk.
Make sure your butter is softened. And we're going to put cocoa powder, powdered sugar. And I always start with a little bit of powdered sugar because you can always add more. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla is actually a capful. So this calls for 2 capfuls or 2 teaspoons. And milk. And if you've ever made frosting before, you know it's almost like making pancake batter. You have a little too wet, then you add a little dry. If it's a little too dry, you add a little wet until you get it the consistency that you're looking for. And now I like mine to be real frosting consistency, no whipped, none of that. But this frosting, when I tell you it came out so beautiful and so perfect, it puts anything in the jar on the shelf to shame. You have to try this. Let me know in the comments if you give it a try. Just beautiful frosting. And you can make it whatever flavor you'd like as well.
The way you can tell if your baked goods or your cakes or brownies are done is if you take a knife, insert it into the middle, and if it comes out clean, no residue, then that means it's cooked all the way through. So we're going to let these cool off 10 minutes in the pan. All right, we have our beautiful cake. And still a little bit warm, but we're going to try to put some icing on it. Oh my god, I think this cake would be delicious with a peanut butter frosting. Instead of cocoa powder, use some peanut butter. Mmm. All right, we have it beautifully iced. Yum, yum. I'm just gonna get one piece.